Welcome to another episode of Car Addiction. Today, we're going to talk about your wheel safety. If this is your first time in my channel, so what I do is I make a lot of small DIY car videos. I'm also a huge Nissan enthusiast. I have a 300ZX, I have two 300ZX twin turbos and an R32 Skyline. And I also make tons of financial mistakes and spend money on stuff that doesn't really count. And I hope my wife doesn't see these videos, because if she does, I will be in trouble, because luckily she doesn't keep a tab of my accounts, and I just spend money. When you have an aftermarket wheel in your vehicle, the aftermarket wheel will have a hub which is about 73mm. That is pretty much the stock hub size for any aftermarket wheel. Now, depending on your vehicle, your hub size would be different. As an example, my 300ZX or the Skyline is 66.1. So what happens is there is almost 8mm of difference between where the wheel sits and the brake hub. This is an example of a 300ZX twin turbo rear brake rotor. The rotor sits on the hub, and right here you will see a lip on the hub. Now your wheel, factory wheel or aftermarket wheel, it's supposed to go and sit on that lip properly, shouldn't flop around. Because I have aftermarket rims and they are 73mm wide opening, if I put those rims on, what happens is they flop around even though there's 5 studs holding it together. That's where Hub Centric rims comes in. They usually look like this, and I'm pretty sure if you are a car enthusiast or if you have an aftermarket wheel in your vehicle, you are familiar with this guy. You basically flop them on top of the hub. Actually, they go like that way, and then you put the oversized wheels. All it does, it helps the wheel to be centered. And it's also safer, because if you have an uncentered rim, if you have an uncentered wheel in your vehicle and you drive around, it will cause vibrations and clunking noise and all that bad stuff that you don't want to know. My today's topic is Hub Centric rims and which ones you should buy. The question is, what do you do with your vehicle? Do you daily drive it, or you use it for track, or if it's a high-powered vehicle? If you daily drive it, these guys are just fine. But if it's a high horsepower vehicle, and if you drive it aggressively, or if you use it for any kind of track usage, you should upgrade to one of these guys. These are machined aluminum Hub Centric rims. The benefit of these aluminum ones are they can take more beating, and they are more resistant to heat. What happens in a high horsepower vehicle, or if you have track usage, every time you go on a corner you hit your brake hard, and that really heats up this rotor. And for thermal efficiency, the heat comes and heats up this area where this plastic piece literally sits. And that, my friend, what happens is sometimes it will melt the piece, or it will crack the piece, or it will do all sorts of damage to the piece, and your wheel becomes not safe. That's where these aluminum Hub Centric rings comes in. They take the beating. You can beat them all day long and they stay fine. Every year in my Santa Fe, when I switch back from winter tires to the summer tires, and the summer tires are on my stock rims, which does not require these Hub Centric rims, every time I take those winter tires off, I have to buy a different set of rings, because idiot me, I do push that vehicle pretty hard. And every time when I take these rims off, these rings usually sticks to the wheelbarrow, sticks to the drum brake. These rings sticks to the brake so bad that you have to pry it off, and once you pry it off, 9 out of 10 times they crack. And once they crack, they're not safe, they're not usable anymore. You have to get a new set. So this year, for my Skyline, I ripped off the band-aid and bought a proper set that is worth the money. Let's show you guys how I put them on. All right, so that's all you need. I am going to do all the other corners, and hit the subscribe button and the bell notification, and stay up to date with all the new upcoming product reviews and car reviews and DIY videos coming in.